to you about something real quick. It's just a little observation I've had that I wanted to share with all of you. If you come to Japan, you'll want to learn Japanese. It's a must-have really to live here for any extended period of time, especially if you're not in Tokyo or middle of Osaka. But here's the deal though. Normally, Japanese people will not want to hear you speak in Japanese. Now, of course, there are always different situations, and I know this doesn't apply to everybody. I'm trying to generalize here, but many times Japanese people don't want to hear your attempts at Japanese, whether you're fluent or you're just beginning. They want you to speak in English because they've taken years of English, and they want to see maybe how much they can remember. They want to speak to you in English to improve their own English. So don't be surprised if you keep speaking to people in Japanese and they ask you to talk to them in English. Yeah, I've even had I had one person I was working with, a Japanese lady. I kept speaking to her in Japanese, and then eventually she yelled at me in English. Why are you speaking to me in Japanese? You know, well, because you're Japanese. Anyway, yeah. So don't always remember, Japanese people want to hear you speak English. Make sure it's simple and nice and slow, but remember, Japanese people, they want to hear your English. I mean, as far as they're concerned, that's why you're here, is for them to hear your English, I think. Maybe I'm just a little negative, but I've had a few bad experiences speaking Japanese to people. Also, another thing to remember is that when you're speaking English, remember, they're a little worried about it, and they're thinking about all those times they didn't study during their English classes, and so that already puts you in a bit of an advantage if you're speaking English to them. The minute you start speaking Japanese, they will start expecting you to act Japanese, and so that can put you at a bit of a disadvantage, because even if you're fluent in Japanese, you can still screw up the mannerisms, or you know, you're still not Japanese even if you're speaking fluently in Japanese. You know, so you might your way of thinking is not Japanese. You know, so even speaking Japanese can put you in a disadvantage. So when you need to get something, when you want to get what you want, then I highly recommend speaking English. They're more likely just to give it to you, because they're thinking about all that time they didn't study English when they should have. But if you start speaking Japanese, you're much less likely to get what you want. Just a couple of observations. I know there are of course different kinds of people out there, but remember, Japanese people want to hear your English. It's true, or at least I think so. Maybe not. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. I'm gonna get back to practicing now. Bye.